fashion videos need more class. Hello everybody, my name is Marco Bagnoli and today we look at fashion reels, commercials and how you can learn from them and use these techniques in your next project. The fashion industry is always ahead of the time, like the music industry. These are the kind of eras where people are experiencing and trying different looks because you have more room and want to represent your brand a lot cooler and better than everyone else. I will show you these techniques that these high quality brands use and how you can apply that to your own footage. So this is the first picture we're looking at, and as you can see, when we put the framing here, the frame on the grid, you will notice, she's off center. But why is she off center? Because this whole image screams, so we have center framing, because we have this perfectly placed pictures, this practical in the center, also this wall textures, all screams with the table, put the person in the center. But it didn't did it. Do you know why? This is fashion. I know it sounds stupid, but let me elaborate why it is that way. Doing everything the right way is not fashion, because that would be boring. With this little thing of touches that we use the normal thing, what already looks cool, everyone loves, and changes a little bit up, we get this extra touch. And this extra touch is everything we want to do as a cinematographer. Improving ourselves with using techniques everyone uses, but maybe doing them a little bit better or different, a little bit abstract. Fashion is always abstract, and this Gucci commercial really describes this. With this simple frame and shot tells you everything you need to know. Because the shot also works because of the pose and the head. Always think about, in a fashion commercial, what do you want to represent? It's not just the clothes, it's the emotion, the feeling you want to have when you're wearing these clothes. And they really underline this with this strong, independent pose. And also the shots works a lot better because this head is tilting a little bit to the center. So we have this little bit of roll off that let us feel, this shot is not that off. Then another thing they done here, especially good, is picking up the color palette on your set design. As you can see, the piece is a lot of blue, purple colors with flowers, and you can see everywhere on the frame that they picked it up. We have this blue blanket with flowers, we have this red touch. Hello? Yo? You have this nice red background that's a little bit complementary to your blue tones, and overall it just matches nice in a decent way. What I mean with a decent way is you see a lot of these shots in music videos or fashion videos where they have all yellow clothes and the couch is yellow, the walls are yellows, everything is yellow. This is cool, but this is much more skillful and tasteful overall because everything feels matched without being overstimulating. The scene is also very easy to lit because we can see she's pretty half lit, but the overall scene has a great exposure. What they done it properly is they put here on the side, really close to her off frame, a butterfly, a big one, 12 by 12, 20 by 20, and blasted a light through it. Or what they could have done, but I don't think it looks like it, done a booklight where you put ultra bounce on the other side and shoot in the other direction so that the reflex light get diffused, so we get an even softer light with a better roll off. But I don't think it's necessary for this kind of shot. Then just doing this would be very contrasty overall, so we wouldn't have this exposure on the wall, on the table. So they put a butterfly probably just off camera with sky panels in front of behind them, and just put a little bit of exposure. They put a little bit up and put exposure into the scene to just fill in those shadows that it doesn't look as flat or too contrasty. This is the next shot we're looking at, and now we have the center framing. Just because it's special to not do it doesn't mean you don't have to do it. Because when these special shots where it's off center are only special when you do it a few times. So just mix it a little bit under and now starts, oh look, every frame is pretty artistic. No, use this with a good feeling. So this, as you can see, is everywhere the same person in different clothes. This is also something they use a lot nowadays in reels because you can put a lot of more story and clothes into one shot and put it in a more abstract way. Because seeing the same person more often in the frame is something out of the ordinary and feels more special. Also, you can have a better understanding on how the clothes are fitting because it's always the same person. When you're location at this and want to shoot this wide, lighting becomes more difficult. But especially here, it's more easy because you work always around your sources. You see, okay, this is where the Hauptlight is coming from, so we should embrace it because it doesn't make sense that the light is coming now from a different direction from here or something like that. So what do? We have this right frame. Where do we hide the lights? The thing is, the light is here, the light is also here. This shot is clearly stitched together. So we have one person at a time, she's standing here, then here, then here, then here, then here, blah, blah, blah. And in post, After Effects, Premiere, DaVinci, your editing program of choice, they got stitched together. And that means we always just need this part of the image. So we can light her here easily, then we can light her easily because they all got mask around them. So we can put the light easy in the scenery and just embrace the top light and put the key always a little bit on the side from them. So it's always a combination from setting a key light to them with a nice softbox and a little bit of neck to control the light. Maybe this light around here was enough and they all get perfectly hit by it, but I don't think so. Like here, she really got extra punch to make her more visible. Then, because this scene tends to be very cold, we put on every practical we have other than this one. Why didn't they turn on this practical? Because this would be so bright that she's getting a warm touch on her skin. And she would be the only one that has warm light on her. And maybe this was overall distracting for the scenery. So we just turned on these lights because they're just there to make the scene more special and more dramatic. This is the reason why they didn't turn on these lights. But sometimes you're on this kind of location, things, oh, nice. And then these are LED and they look horrendous. So we don't use them at all because they tend also to flicker and it's overall just hard to work with. So just let them off. Not every time you have to use every practical. And when I say that means something because I like to put practicals everywhere. This is another shot where they just put out the practical. You see here again, oh, we have this really nice chandelier thing. Correct me in the comments how you pronounce this. Normally you would put them on, but now, not now, because we want this cool feeling. We set the white balance to cool color. When you know the shot has to be cool, do it directly in camera. You will get overall better results. And expose for the window that we don't have clipping. And just to break this whole blue scenery, we have this yellow cover around the table with this golden frames. So we still have this complementary feeling, but just with a touch. It's not extreme, it's very stylistic and not that saturated, but still works because we only have now also this candlelight. This gives her a little bit of exposure so that we have even more color contrast. But like I said, in a subtle way. When you have shots like this where you don't light at all, you have to believe in your colorist because the floor was probably bright, the wall were a lot brighter. Always have in mind you can fix something in post without fixing it. When I bake a cake and I know, okay, when it's not sweet enough, I put more butter in it. So this is not cheating or doing something wrong. That's just, I know I have the tool, a little bit of butter to improve it at the end of the day. So I can just shoot this and when it's looked flat on camera, I know I can put in DaVinci a gradient on the floor. I make the walls darker, can bring here back more detail probably, just power mask her a little bit up, and now I get an even nice image without putting on one light. Then we have this really weird exorcist-like shot, and big fashion commercials tended to do more demonic stuff. I don't know why, but maybe it leads more into this abstractness that this brand is over everything. But I don't know, we're just going along. And this is something I call the special shot. This is the eye catcher because you have this normal fashion shots around the clip and now we have this girl that's doing this really weird positions in a fashion commercial. Always do contrasts, opposite sides, something that you normally wouldn't expect in a scenery. This is what makes something special. And the lighting here is also pretty easy because it clearly looks like a book light. We have a large softbox source where we have a strong light bouncing onto ultra bounce and giving her the key, because as you can see, we have really nice roll of creamy skin color and also a lot of control. So here we probably put some neck and put a huge power mask around her and darken the corners, because we want really to embrace the smoothie abstract feeling. Like I said before, when I know I can darken these edges in post and just need a light to do the big work, it's okay. It's not cheating, no, not less of a cinematographer. That's just the way we work nowadays. Here, what this shot makes it cool is the headspace. You have probably heard on Instagram, don't put your horizon on the center. To make it on the lower thirds, on the upper thirds, makes your image more interesting. And this kind of fashion commercials really often play with this feeling of empty space. And as you can see before, you can put the camera more back, put her in the center, but then also the shots would look the same when we always have our actor in the center, on the same position, with the same distance. No, with shots like this, we can really spice things up, or later maybe when this comes on Instagram, you have still space to write maybe something here. And empty space tends to look just more aesthetic. When you look at photographies, fashion photographies, the high quality ones always play with a lot of room on weird angles and empty spaces. But this emptiness also have to show something. Here we have this nice wooden texture on the wall that's also really dark. And as you can see, they just blasted light into the scene with a big light source. This looks clearly like a butterfly. And normally this would really look bad, but because we have this dark walls, we can get away with it. And also this dark couch here in the background, so we can just light her, that she has a little bit of roll off, a little bit of texture, and the rest, like I said before, in the Vichy, darken this up, power mask, then your shot should be done. So if you enjoyed this video, I really would appreciate subscription from you. My name is Marco Bagnoli and I'll see you next time.